Welcome to the Weekly Extra Point Live. I'm your host, Mo Khan, for this very special edition, the Road Show that it is, live from Brossard, Quebec for the first time ever. We're here for the D3 Finals. With me, as always, is the good-looking one of the show. Second good-looking behind yours truly, JP Mancini. JP, welcome.
We should flip that order, I think. I don't think it makes much sense, to be honest with you. Every year, it's Mo Khan is the best-looking guy, but
that is true.
So. I think it's now he's being surpassed.
Barely. Let's welcome
Okay,
JP Mancini of the D3 expert here. JP, welcome to the Road Show. Your early thoughts quickly here.
I'm excited. I think both these teams are very good. They've had a long, hard fight to the finals. Both these teams were not expected to be here, but they never got down on themselves. They beat some very good teams along the way, and I think that's what makes it interesting. And both teams have been in some very close games, particularly last week. So it's going to be nice to see what they have left heading into this finals.
All right, and with me as always is an old stalwart of this show, the dinosaur they call him. A tradition unlike any other here at the Weekly Extra Point Live for the Road Show. Please welcome in Darren Basmajan. Darren, welcome to the D3 Finals. Your thoughts on a big matchup between GPK and the Darkhorses?
Well, you know, it's going to be, I don't know if it's going to be the most well-played of finals, because obviously these are teams that kind of are coming in on a hot streak, but not necessarily the most talented teams we had in Division 3. But it's going to be very long on passion and heart and intensity. These are two teams that really stepped up their game tenfold heading into the playoffs. Obviously, GPK showed us what they could do during the regular season. They went on a hot streak. Darkhorses made it on the last day, and they had to wait and hope for somebody else to help them out. But since then, they've been full value for what they've done. Really, Darkhorses have been very impressive. GPK have been under the radar, but just as impressive. So it's going to be a really great game. I'm very excited to see what's going to happen.
All right, how did both teams get here? Well, for GPK's sake, beat the Trojans on a Vinagalano, I guess, was it tantrum?
I guess so.
Yeah, incident that propelled them into the finals. However, for the Darkhorses, though, being the 8th seed, they defeated JP's Briscoe High Hawks and also probably DK as well, who have all had great seasons themselves. But now we have the 5 versus 8 matchup here. JP, I'll start off with you first off. The spread offense of GPK. We all know about Mike Stagg so far in the playoffs, 15 touchdown passes. He's had a great year up till now. What can Darkhorses do to zero in on the spread offense?
Well, I think the Darkhorses defense is going to have to play extremely tight. They have some very talented athletes, and I think that's their strength. It's their depth. They do have a lot of guys. But the question is, how do they stop it? Do they choose to cover Eric Lagarde, who's been the best receiver for GPK, or do they really try and single in on every single guy to stop the spread offense? It's going to be a very difficult task for them. I think their defense is going to have to play extremely well. I think Jason Edwards and Kenton Lowe are going to be two big parts of that defense today, but it's not going to be easy. The spread offense has been working very well, and Mike Stagg delivers a very accurate ball. So it's going to be a tough challenge for the Darkhorses defense.
Darren, you've watched GPK play last couple of weeks now. Your impressions of their offense? Mike Stagg, as I said before, has had a great playoffs up till now. He's up there in passing percentage. What can they do, the Darkhorse, that is, to stop this offense that has averaged 33 points so far in the playoffs?
You know, I don't think they'll be able to fully stop them, but I think they could have picked up some tips against the Trojans, because Mike Stagg did have a relatively rough game against the Trojans, through some interceptions, and really it was his defense that surprisingly allowed him to stay in the game, and intercepting Sean Avram, I think, four times exactly. So that was a bit of a reversal, but I think that, you know, Stagg's really got to, he's going to come into this game looking what he always does, as you guys mentioned, spread the ball. So there's nobody really for them to focus on. I think for them to focus on a guy like Eric Lagarde would be a mistake. You know, I think these are guys that they're talented up and down the line on defense, Darkhorses are. And I think for them, they don't need to stray too far. They don't need to get too exotic. They just need to be smart, make sure they've got all the bases covered, and communication will be key for them. Because as we know, Darkhorses, obviously they've come together very well in the playoffs, but this is a team that they're not all guys who've been playing together for many, many years like GPK have. So they need to make sure communication will be key for them.
And that is the key for them, and also for the Darkhorses' sake. Leon Holder, the quarterback who has slayed Scott Kelly, Roshni Banaldicator, to name. Norman Weeks of the Warriors, that's right. Will Mr. Stagg be the next one in line? We'll find out. But looking at Leon Holder, though, JP, in regards to what he's done, he's had a great year. The one thing we've not seen from him, though, this playoffs, is him rushing with the football. He was averaging close to 11 yards during the regular season. Does Leon Holder have to be an X factor in this game?
I think he has to be an X factor, but not in that sense. What Leon's done in the playoffs to make him a better quarterback is that he has used his legs to buy time, and then he gets rid of the football. And that's where his strength really is scrambling in the backfield and keeping his eyes downfield. I think what he has to do is to keep that up. He's only thrown 1 interception so far in the 4 playoff games, and that's a strength for him because he was very inconsistent during the regular season. So I don't think you want to see him carrying the ball too much. If he is, that means the Darkhorses' offense is under a lot of pressure, and you don't want to see that. So I think for him it's be calm in the pocket, move around, do what you do best, but deliver the football. Don't try and hold on to it and run for too many opportunities in this game.
Darren, looking at Leon Holder, again, for the time that you've seen him play, we were watching the overtime game last week against DK and what he did. How impressed are you with him, or is there something that he has to improve on for this finals?
You know what? For him, I would say don't change a thing. Sorry, I almost threw in a swear there.
Don't worry, it's okay.
But I'm very passionate. Yes. Well, you know what? I'm very impressed with Leon Holder's play. I mean, and JP and I both know this. We both played in outdoors leagues, and we've seen Leon Holder, and he's been an inconsistent type quarterback. And to see him do what he's done right now in the playoffs, as JP mentioned, only 1 interception, much better than the regular season. And what we saw on that final drive of the regulation last week, where they were backed up, they needed to score to tie the game, and you know the first 2 plays incomplete and sack. So we thought it's over. They're not going to be able to do it. Then he drives down. 1 big play to Jay Edwards, another one to Terry Tamvakalagas. Then finally to score the touchdown, and then to see him put up on every chance he got. He got 2 chances in the overtime, score on both chances. That's extremely impressive, and this is a guy who's really been stepping up his play throughout the game, but especially in crunch time, and that's very, very important for this Darkhorses team. They feed off of him. So if I were him, don't change. I'm going to say it, don't change a damn thing.
Okay, very well then. Eric Lagarde, a phenomenal player for GPK. I've yet to see anyone stop him in D3. How big of a factor he will be for GPK's offense?
I think he's going to be a huge factor. I know some people have understated Eric Lagarde's talent because he didn't have a great season in terms of numbers, in the regular season anyways, for GPK. But I think his athletic ability is really off the charts and maybe one of the best in Division 3. No matter what people say, I really do believe that he's one of the best receivers in Division 3. And he showed it in those first 2 games when he had over 100 yards receiving and I think about 6 or 7 touchdowns. So I think he could be a huge factor in this game. And you know that Mike Stagg, when he gets in trouble and needs to go to a certain guy, it's going to be Eric Lagarde. Quarterbacks have that mentality that when you need a play, you go to your best player no matter what. And I think Eric Lagarde is going to be a big factor. He has to be. In my mind, he has to put up close to 100 yards and maybe a touchdown or 2 for GPK to be successful. And defensively, last week he had an interception. So if you can get that out of him again, another big play out of him on both sides of the ball, then you're really looking at a good chance for GPK to win this game.
All right. Earlier in the day, Mr. JP Mancini had an opportunity to interview both teams in the pregame talk. Let's go down to hear what JP had to ask in terms of the questions to GPK and the Darkhorses.
Hi, I'm here with Terry Tamvakalagas from the Darkhorses. Terry, tell us a little bit about your opponent here tonight. Are you worried about them, or do you feel confident heading into this game?
I mean, any team that comes to the finals, you have to worry about them a bit. But I think that we're on enough of a good streak to where we could beat anybody in this league.
Okay, and Terry, what about your game plan? Do you have a set game plan heading into this game, or is it more just let's do what we normally done, go out there, see what they give us first? What's your plan?
Our plan is listen to Leon in the huddle and do what he says, because that's been working so far, and our defense is shut down every game, so we don't have to worry about that.
And who do you think will be the difference in this game? Obviously, there's usually one guy who steps up in the finals and makes the difference for his team. Who do you think that person will be?
I think Jason Edwards. I mean, Jason Edwards has been lights out the entire year. I mean, he hasn't got the credit he deserved. He's one of the best players in the league, and I think every week he's been coming in and game out, and he steps up, and he's going to step it up again tonight for sure.
All right, well, you heard from Terry there. Terry, good luck, and we hope the game turns out well for you guys.
For sure, thanks.
All right, we're here with GPK wide receiver Eric Lagarde. Eric, how are you feeling heading into this game so far? Do you like your matchup against the Darkhorses?
I do like our matchup. We just got to stick to our game, and I think we'll be fine.
And who do you think will be the difference? There's usually one guy who tends to step up for a team in their playoff run. Who do you think it'll be in this championship game for you guys?
I think it's always going to come down to the quarterback. If we just run our routes and he gets us the ball, then we should be fine. But it should be Mike's got to step up big today.
And in terms of your game plan against the Darkhorses, I mean, some teams have a set game plan before. Some teams like to see what the other team gives them first. For you guys, how will that affect your start?
I think we're just going to play our game. I think that that's what got us there, and there's no reason to change it. I don't think that too many teams are doing that many scouting reports, but we'll play our game, and if it works, great, and if it doesn't, we'll make some adaptations in the second half.
Well, good luck to you guys. We hope it turns out well, and we'll see you at the end of the game.
Thank you.
Take care.
All right, welcome back. Great job, JP, on the pregame interviews. All right, now it's time to get down to the nitty-gritty in terms of the final questions that I have for both of you gentlemen here. JP, with the experience, the big game experience, the no-name guys for the Darkhorses here, is there anyone in particular from Darkhorses or from GPK that you think might become a big name after tonight?
Well, I do think that Mike Stagg is going to be the big name at the end of this game. I do have faith in GPK. I think they will be the team to come out on top here. Mike Stagg didn't get a lot of credit in the regular season for how well he played and how consistent this team was. And I think whenever you're a quarterback and you win a championship, you tend to be the guy who has that big name, and your name is elevated in this league. And I really think that Mike Stagg is going to put his name on this trophy as one of the better quarterbacks, one of the more consistent quarterbacks. I think he will be the big guy come out for GPK. And if the Darkhorses win, in my opinion, I think the difference will be Leon Holder. It's the same kind of thing. Which quarterback plays big here? Both are looking for their first championship. And I think Leon Holder, because of the way he's played in the playoffs, and like Darren said earlier, he's been so good in crunch time. That's what you look for in big-time players. How well do they perform when it really matters? And if Leon Holder can keep up his play like he's had in the past three weeks, I think that he will be the big name at the end of this at the end of the night.
Darren, is there any player out there, whether it's Leon Holder or Eric Lagarde or anyone out there that you can think off your head that could be the big name player after tonight's game?
Well, I think one guy you have to look out for is specifically a guy who sets the tone for the defense of the Darkhorses. Is a guy like Wesley Joseph. Plays a very physical brand of football. Obviously, this guy is a former playoff MVP way back in the Halcyon days of, I think it was 2006 with the Kings, spring championship. But I think this is the kind of guy you've seen it. He plays physical. Sometimes it gets him into a little bit of penalty trouble, but even then, this is the kind of guy who can kind of change the momentum. And what I want to see from the Darkhorses, especially, how do they rebound from, when the first Cinderella team, when something goes wrong for them, how are they going to rebound? Is somebody going to step up and make the big play, or are they just going to lie down and lay flat? Up till now, they haven't, but the finals is a completely different stage. So we'll see how they're able to do that. And I think Wesley Joseph, defensively speaking, will be a big part of that for them.
All right, it is now time for our predictions here. But before we get to that, though, one guy to keep in mind, boys and girls, Sean Kennedy of the Darkhorses. Yeah. He's had a good season. He's always been one of those guys that has had big numbers in FPF. D2 with ONS a couple years ago. He's the guy to keep an eye out for in that regard. All right, now it's time for our predictions here. I'll go with you, Darren Basman-Jan. By the end of this episode of the Road Show, who will be hoisting the D3 title? Will it be the Darkhorses or GPK?
Well, for me, honestly, my gut feeling, it's hard to root against a bunch of guys like GPK. There's a bunch of guys, the way you want to see a team be built. They're friends, they hang out together and everything. But I love a Cinderella run. So I'm going to have to go with the Darkhorses. I just want to see a Cinderella run happen. So I think they've got a decent chance. And if Leon Holder plays up to par, I think they've got it.
All right, JP, you are the D3 expert. You've written all season long about D3. Some people have loved you.
Some people have hated me.
Some people have have had an indifference about what you've said. But of course, you are the man who has covered this league from A to Z. Who do you have hoisting the D3 title by the end of the night?
I've been going back and forth on this. It's been hard to pick a team. I mean, Darkhorses knocked my own team out of the playoffs. I know how talented they can be. But you know what? This week, I've just got the feeling from GPK that they are a team ready to win a championship. They know each other so well. Their chemistry is so good. And I just think that Eric Lagarde and Mike Stagg are going to be the two best players in this game. I really have confidence in them. And they seem very confident in themselves. They feel if they can play their style of game, they should win this game. And they just seem more confident to me. So I will pick GPK to be the champions of Division 3 at the end of the night.
How ironic, GPK having the Green Bay Packer colors, Green Bay winning the Super Bowl back in February, and so the tradition might continue on with the Packer colors winning another FPF title. Without further ado, a reminder out here, people. At halftime, JP will have his halftime analysis and thoughts on what he thinks may happen in the second half. Don't forget the post-game show with JP Mancini, as he'll be on the football field with the victorious team, whether it's Darkhorses or GPK. And let's not forget, for the first time ever in FPF history, Darren Basmanjan and I will be tag team. This is like Hogan and Macho Man together. The Mega Powers. As we'll provide the first ever D3 broadcast, play-by-play by us two. So we hope you enjoy that. Coming up next, the D3 finals, right here on the Weekly Extra Point Live.
All right, welcome. Here we go. GPK starting off with the D3 action, opening drive. Mike Stagg in shotgun formation, looking to his right. He throws it. A complete pass to Matt Brathauer. Looks like it is an 8-yard gain. And this is a decent start for the GPK.
Yeah, you know, we all thought that maybe Brathauer would be a guy who might catch a lot of balls today, as the Dark Horse defense kind of seems to try and focus on Eric Lagarde, who obviously is their big play threat.
All right, here we go. Second down and short. GPK, second play of their opening drive of the D3 finals. Mike Stagg looking at the defense that's being thrown at him by the Dark Horses. Stagg gets the ball, looking over the middle, throws to the middle. It is incomplete to Jason Smith, who was wide open for a split second.
Yeah, just a little bit of, I guess, just missed him by a little bit. Lacking a little bit of accuracy, Mike Stagg was on that one. He had it there. It was open.
All right. Again, the upstart Dark Horses slain the Briscoe High Hawks, the Warriors, DK in overtime.
Unbelievable run for them. Nobody saw this one coming, except, I guess you would say, the players on the Dark Horses.
Jim Clethris, including captain. All right, it's Mike Stagg back in his pistol formation. Getting this ball, looking, waiting. Has Brathauer open for a 9-yard gain. Looks like a Jay Edwards with the tackle, Darren.
Yeah, I'm telling you, it's gonna be. You're gonna see a lot of that tonight. It's gonna be Brathauer. Open things up for the other guys, and then we'll see if Lagarde can get in on the action as well.
A quick release by Mike Stagg on that play.
Yeah, and Stagg is a very accurate passer too. He had the top completion percentage among starting QBs in Division 3 this year, 67.6.
All right, base formation coming up once again for Mike Stagg. Not much in terms of a trips formation look with his offense. Gets the ball, rolling out to his right, throws it into the corner. It is wow, deflection. A great deflection by Wesley Joseph on that play, intended for Eric Lagarde.
Yeah, you know, great defensive play. Really closed the gap there. Great play. Wesley Joseph is a guy who's a little bit underrated, I think, on the defensive side of the ball.
Very emotional.
Lockdown player. Yeah, he's zoned in. Obviously, he's a former playoff MVP as well, back with the Kings. So he's a guy who does bring a wealth of experience to this team.
You can see how loose the Dark Horses are, joking around. Jay Edwards, one of the wily vets of FPF.
Yep.
Mike Stagg getting the ball, rolling out to his right, looking, going deep. He has Jason Smith open for the touchdown, and a little look to Wesley Joseph, and it is an early 6-0 lead for GPK.
Yeah, I spent all that time talking up Wesley Joseph. I don't know if he could hear me. Maybe he got a big head. He totally misjudged that play.
And Jason Smith catching at the highest point possible.
Yeah, you know, a great play by Jason Smith there. A great start for GPK so far on this drive.
6-0 lead, going for the 2-point convert to make this a potential 8-0 lead. And again, Mike Stagg's one of those guys who likes to throw that football, and he got that connection to Jason Smith. Dark Horse is trying to disguise their luck. Rick Cummins playing center field. Stagg looking, going over the middle. Caught by Jason Smith, once again using his body to shield the defender to catch that football. 8-0 lead for GPK.
Yeah, you know, obviously Stagg is a guy who does like to spread the ball around. We spoke about Brathauer before. Now we're talking about Jason Smith. I think we'll be mentioning all of his receivers before the game is done.
And Leon Holder starting up. He gets a completion to Kenton Lowe, making one player miss at his flag. Deflagged, of course, by Josh Mitchell for a 10-yard gain. That could be enough for a first down, Darren.
Good job by Mitchell coming back into the play, but Kenton Lowe is a guy who plays very hard, and he's got some shifty moves for his size.
Absolutely, a man of his thick stature. You can use the in terms of the by definition. First down now they've given them. 1st and 10 for Leon Holder, who's been a surprise in the playoffs, coming up with huge plays all playoff long during this run. Getting the ball, rolling out to his left, looking, going to the corner, incomplete, intended for Jason Edwards, a little bit too high.
Yeah, you know, Holder is a guy who during the regular season was I would say average, but he's really stepped up his game in the playoffs. Been playing very, very well, and it's a rare miss. I think he missed him by quite a bit. I don't know if the receiver ran the wrong pattern or something like that, but rare miss. But I don't think we'll be seeing too many of them tonight. He's been playing excellent.
They have some good pass catchers: Sean Kennedy, Terry Tambalakis, of course, Jay Edwards,
Kenton Lowe.
Kenton Lowe. We can't forget about them. So there are some dangerous players on this team that can catch the football. All right, 2nd down and 10. Lowe being at the wide end over here. Holder looking patiently. Throws it. It is.
Had him. He had him.
Had Sean Kennedy open for a split second and couldn't corral that football in. It is now 3rd down.
Yeah, that's something you're gonna be looking at. Sean Kennedy getting a lot of passes thrown his way. He's first in receptions, first in yards, first in touchdowns by a whopping 6 touchdowns over his closest competitor. And this is a guy who hasn't even been held out of the end zone since week 2 against Served with Ice. So it's been a while since anybody's been able to keep him out of the end zone. I venture to guess that he'll do the same tonight.
And GPK had 4 INTs against Sean Avram and the Trojans in the conference finals. All right, here we go. 3rd down coming up. Leon Holder looking to his left. Pump fake. He's going to run. He's going to get 10. He's going to get potentially more yards out of that. It looks like it was an 8-yard game, maybe 10 yards, depending on the mark of the football.
Nice move, nice pump fake to get him out of the way, and then you just see the sea of GPK tacklers converging towards him. But
Ryan
a nice
Phillips
run.
with
Yeah.
a big tackle on that play to prevent it from being even more deadly than that. 3rd down on that play is now 4th down. We'll see what happens now with the Darkhorses. No longer the Darkhorses because everyone knows who they are in this playoff run.
Well, this is a pivotal drive for them now. They're down 8-0. GPK's been playing well to date. It's 4th down. This is a big one.
All right, Holder looking over the middle. Fake pump. He's going deep. He has
Nice
Sean
catch.
Kennedy open for a 22-yard touchdown. 8-6 GPK.
Yeah, beauty catch, really. Just dropped, and a nice throw by Leon Holder, dropping it in over, I believe it was Matt Smith. Yeah, really great throw, and Sean Kennedy knew right where to be. And
The slim and trim Sean Kennedy, looking like he's lost some lbs on his body to play FPF football now, need I say. All right, 2-point convert coming up now for the Darkhorses as they look to tie this game up, and it might be a match for match here. Anything you can do, I can do better expression. Holder has a base formation with his offensive receivers, waiting for the snap, rolling out to his left, waiting patiently in the pocket, rolling patiently, throws it up in the air. It is caught for the 2-point convert. It is now 8-8.
Nice catch by Kenton Lowe there on the sideline.
GPK and Darkhorses, and here we go. This might be a big shootout by the looks of this, Darren.
Yeah, you know, it's what you want from a finals. Exciting game so far.
All right, Mike Stagg getting the snap now, looking. Throws it. It is picked off. Jay Edwards with a huge INT. And now the Darkhorses up 14-8. Unbelievable.
Look at that one again. Jay Edwards reads it perfectly. So he's excited. Look at that guy. Love Jay Edwards. This is a heart and soul type guy. His first finals was with Chaos. They came out on the losing end. He does not want that to let that happen again. Great pick 6 by Jay Edwards.
And the hammer is now back in the court of the Darkhorses with that big INT return by Jay Edwards. 14-8. They look to go up on the extra point attempt to make this a 1-touchdown score lead. If they get it, huge momentum swing right now for the Darkhorses.
Oh, I think so. I mean, to get a guy like Mike Stagg who protects the ball so well, to get picked off in that type of situation is a huge blow to GPK's chances. They'll need to come back with a good drive after this extra point.
2-point attempt now for the Darkhorses. Holder gained the snap for Tambalakis. Waiting, rolling out to his right. Throws it up. It is deflected, picked off, and it will be no good on the attempt. However, though, Darkhorses with a big INT return for a touchdown, 14-8.
Yeah, definitely. There's nothing going on the extra point, but that's not the most important part for them. They got the score. Now they might have the momentum. Let's see how this drive goes.
Stack throws it to Joyce for a big gain on that play, 14 yards. Tackle by the Darkhorses' own Wayne Burke on that play.
Yeah, a nice little catch by Ryan Joyce, who's been a go-to guy for Mike Stagg during this season. Guy we didn't hear too much about. This guy led the team in receptions, yards, touchdowns. Really, as much as he does spread it out, this is a guy he does look for big plays.
1st down now on that play, as the GPK look to rebound from that INT return by Jay Edwards and make this game 14-14 potentially.
Yeah, no need to panic here. They've still got them where they want them.
Stagg looking to his left. He throws it. It is caught by Jason Smith. It will be a 1st down and more. 12-yard gain. Tackle by Rick Cummings. And now this is the offense that we know for GPK.
Yeah, exactly. I think really making good reads here. Stag rebounding nicely, not showing any ill effects from that first pick 6 there, which obviously can be a very demoralizing play in the finals. GPK seems to be moving the ball well.
1st and 10 now for GPK, moving the ball, as you said, very well. Looking to tie this game up at 14 or even take the lead on the extra point. Stag, quick pass over to Breathauer. 6-yard gain, it looks like it. Jay Edwards with the tackle.
Yeah, you know, Edwards just, he saw it coming, but he just wasn't quick enough to get there. Breathauer with a nice quick slant in and really nice play. This is a guy who can get some yards after the catch as well, so they're lucky they caught him before he gained some steam.
All right, coming up, a big 2nd down play, and you see no panic in GPK in this. They are relaxed, and you can see Rick Cummins calling out the defense. GM Calether is trying to apply pressure on Stag. Stag throws it, quick release, caught by Josh Mitchell. Short gain on that play. It looks like it might be a 4, if not 5-yard catch.
Yeah, Stag thought he might have gotten in, but it's a good call by the referees as Rob White tackles him short.
All right, inside the red zone now. This is a big play now for GPK to hopefully tie this game up at 14. Rob White giving some directions to Jay Edwards in regards to the formation and look that they are receiving from GPK.
Yeah, we see here between Rick Cummins, you see a lot of good communication on the Darkhorses side. We'll see if it helps them make a big play here. This is now 3rd down for GPK.
Ships formation, first time in this game. We're seeing that now. Stag looking, patient. It is picked off by Rick Cummins. Cummins going down the sidelines. He will score.
Unbelievable.
Touchdown,
keeps his feet in bounds. Amazing
Darkhorses.
play. Unbelievable play by Rick Cummins, really. I thought GPK had everything going for them. They were on 3rd and goal on the 1. Rick Cummins, look at this interception. Jason Smith doesn't know what to do. He's just standing there.
And Mike Stag could not corral Rick Cummins, who scores an INT return for a touchdown. Big score. It is now 20-8. Darkhorses, and Rick Cummins showing his emotions.
I don't blame him. It's been a long time coming for Rick Cummins to get back into the finals. Last time he was there, I think, was in 2006.
He has yet to win one
with the Titans,
in big injury as well.
Yeah, exactly. Coming back from a torn ACL. So great job by Rick Cummins. Finally looking 100%. Great play by him. But what a backbreaker for GPK.
And this could be even more of a backbreaker if they convert on the extra point opportunity to make this potentially a 13-point lead for the Darkhorses. Here we go. Holder in the shotgun, waiting to his left, looking. Fake pumps, waiting, rolling out to his right, looking, buying some time, throws it. It is converted for the extra point. 21-8 for the Darkhorses.
Nice catch for Doug McKernan in the back of the end zone there. So, yeah, as you said, Mokan, 21-8.
All right, here we go. GPK, their backs are literally against the walls of Brossard over here. All 4 walls, if you want to use that expression. Stag looking, going deep. He has Jason Smith. It is through the hands of Smith. Good coverage though by Wesley Joseph, who is talking back to Jason Smith, and they've had quite a battle all game long.
Yeah, you know, Wesley Joseph is not a type of guy to stay quiet as he's defending you. He tries to get under your head, or under your skull, I should say.
Yeah.
But really, you know, Jason Smith has been having a good game so far. It's been great back and forth seeing with them, but as coming back to Mike Stag, I mean,
not a great game.
What do you think after that second INT for a touchdown?
Well, what to see now in regards to what Mike Stag does on this play, whether or not he can get some yards on it, we'll find out. High snap looking, Stag looking over the middle. It is picked off by Rob White, and he'll be deflagged. It went off the hands of Matt Breathauer, and another INT, and it is unraveling from Mike Stag, and we see him kicking the football in the corner of the football field.
Yeah, but you can't blame him for that one. You touch it, you catch it. This is the finals. Matt Breathauer is a better receiver than that, and he basically it landed right into Robbie White's lap, who returned it for a nice little return. But it's got to be frustrating for Stag, because they had started off very good. He was putting together good drives, good yardage, and then to just the little mistakes, and Darkhorses are capitalizing.
All right, Leon Holder started off with a short field for the Darkhorses. Terry Tamvalakis snapping the ball phenomenally today for the Darkhorses, for those who don't realize that. Holder getting the snap, waiting in the middle of the football field, waiting. Last second throws it. It is, through the hands of Doug McKernan. That could have been the dagger in the first half. However, it wasn't.
No, yeah, Doug McKernan had a pretty good chance of catching that ball. He just didn't seem to be positioned correctly to really reel it in. But like I said, the same thing I said about Matt Breathauer. You touch it, you catch it. And he had a good position there to, like you say, put the dagger, put his team up 27-8. As it is, still 21-8 lead for the Darkhorses. They're in a good spot, but they need catches.
All right, Leon Holder shepherding this offense right now, looking to put some more points on the board. Waiting for the snap. He gets it. Looking over the middle. Fake pumps. He throws a Terry Kamalakis. It looks like it'll be 10 yards, if not more than that play. We'll find out the exact marker from the referees.
Well, you know, TNT, he's dynamite, making, I think, an 11-yard catch maybe there. You know, he's not a guy who's gotten too many looks.
First down.
He hasn't gotten too many looks at snapper during the season, but he's come up big in the playoff game against DK last week. He had the before last catch of regulation, bring them within a yard of the end zone to tie the game. So great play by him.
First down now, very close to the end zone for the Dark Horse football team. Holder waiting, looking to his left. Fake pump goes over the middle. It is caught. Sean Kennedy, easy 4-yard touchdown. 27-8. Dark Horses.
Yeah, Sean Kennedy, just really an easy touchdown. He had to slide there. Not the best throw by Holder, but it was close enough for Kennedy to catch it. That's a big one for the Dark Horses, and it's a big one for GPK. They did not want to let that one go. They haven't had any answers for Leon Holder right now.
None whatsoever, and we'll see how this plays out on the extra point. And, of course, being down by this scoreline, not the best start for GPK. And you can see the body expression, not too happy right now.
No, and it's understandable. Look,
Holder
rushing
left
Holder.
corner.
It's a nice try there, the double rush. I think it's not a bad strategy on Holder, but Holder hasn't been rushing as much as people think he has. He's been doing his damage staying in the pocket, so I'm not sure if it'll bear fruit, but still an interesting try.
A new quarterback now for GPK, going deep right now. Matt Breathauer not be able to convert on that play. Eric Lagarde looks like it is the new quarterback for GPK.
Yeah, you know, it's an interesting try. I didn't think Stagg played that bad, but I understand him being very frustrated, not in the right state of mind to bring his team back right now.
And again, Rick Cummins keeping the team focused right now, keeping them pedal to the metal, not wanting to allow this team, the GPK, who can score points at a premium, to come back in this football game. Second down for GPK's offense. Eric Lagarde now the quarterback, waiting for the snap. He gets it. Waiting, high snap, waiting, throws it. It is caught by Jason Smith. It looks like it will be a 7-yard grab. Once again, Wesley Joseph covering Smith like a blanket to minimize the gain.
Yeah, it's quite the matchup so far in this game. I think we'll have to hope it doesn't go any further than it's been going so far. A little bit of jawing, but it's a fun matchup to see in terms of a football matchup.
Third down coming up for GPK, hoping to score some more points and keeping this game within distance. However, some big backbone crushing defeat right now in terms of the INTs. It is caught by Ryan Joyce. He's going down the sidelines. He's got some more yards. It looks like it will be a 20-yard gain, if not a little bit less, for the first down. Big catch for Joyce.
Yeah, really nice play by him. And Joyce is a guy, like I said, that they do count on a lot. And Lagarde looks like he's going to be counting on him just as much as Mike Stagg did earlier in the season.
Eric Lagarde looking pretty prominent right now in this offense. We see Mike Stagg chilling on the sidelines right now for GPK. Not too happy with his performance, that we can attest to. Two backbone breaking plays in terms of INTs going for touchdowns for the Dark Horses. First and 10 for GPK. Lagarde getting the ball, waiting patiently in the pocket, rolling out to his right.
Got a lot of
He's
room.
going to run. He's going to get 5, 10, maybe a little bit more. It looks like it'll be a 10-yard run for GPK. GPK's own, Eric Lagarde, tackled by Rick Cummins.
Well, this is a dimension that he does bring to the table that obviously Mike Stagg does not. Lagarde has a lot of mobility, very explosive player, and you saw that. He just got by Jim Clethris, and he was gone. Dark Horses are going to have to adjust to that. If he's going to be playing quarterback, they need to make sure that they don't stick too close to their receivers and pull back. You know, they've got to be mindful of the potential for a run.
All right, first down coming up here for GPK. We're seeing some signs of life now for their offense.
Yep.
Here we go. Eric Lagarde waiting for the snap, getting it, looking to his left. Throws it. Ryan Joyce catching that. It is a touchdown grab. It looks like it's a touchdown grab. We will get the official confirmation from the referees. No, Rick Cummins.
Wow. You see it great on that clip.
Rick Cummins. Great job by Rick Cummins. He wants this title very badly here, and we see a big tackle by Rick Cummins.
Inches short. I think you see it perfectly on that replay. That's a great call by the officials and a great tackle by Rick Cummins.
GPK need these points. They have to get some points before we hit the halftime mark, which you can check out with our very own JP Mancini, as he'll get a report from both teams at halftime.
Yeah, we're very close to the 5 plays left, I think, before we get to halftime. But GPK do need a score here. They need it desperately to kind of have a shot.
At the lip of the goal line, Lagarde waiting for the snap. He gets it. Looking over the middle. Wait, pumps. Looking to his right. Throws it. It is touchdown city for the GPK. Josh Mitchell with a 1-yard gain, 27-14 touchdown by GPK to keep this a 2-score lead now.
Yeah, nice play by Eric Lagarde, escaping from Robbie White's rush there, buying himself some time and finds Josh Mitchell in the back of the end zone. Nice play, and like you said, signs of life for GPK.
Yeah, a little bit of signs of life for them before halftime hits. Of course, we're approaching 5 plays very soon. Going for the 2-point convert now, Eric Lagarde is, to hopefully make this a 27-16 lead, if not be 27-14. Lagarde waiting for the snap, looking, going deep. He throws in the corner of the end zone to Jason Smith, over his head, out of bounds, and it's 27-14, Darkhorses ball.
Yeah, and for those who have been wondering, Lagarde actually did play one game at quarterback during the season. It was a game Mike Stagg couldn't be there. It was against the San Luis Saints. He did pretty good.
All right, Holder, pistol formation, looking to his left. Goes deep. He has the wheel route. He has, just missing Kenton Lowe for the touchdown, incomplete pass. He had the wheel route on that play, Darren.
Yeah, I think he did have Lowe open, and you see just a step short, and some decent coverage by Matt Smith. He was also in the vicinity. Maybe
might have altered the vision.
Yeah, exactly. But still a nice play call, and he did have him. Just missed a little bit on the timing.
5 plays left now, officially speaking from the referee's signal, looking to hopefully push that ball down the football field, Darren.
Well, yeah, Darkhorses score here. I think it's pretty comfortable saying that it's going to be a very big hill to climb for GPK in the second half.
Holder in pistol formation, looking over the middle, throws to his right. He has Sean Kennedy open for a first down and more. 14-yard gain as the Darkhorses keeping that engine going.
Yeah, nice catch by Kennedy, who we said is a guy to look out for. This is a guy who's got a good mix of size, speed, great hands, and he knows how to run his routes, and he was just wide open there on that sideline.
All right, first down now for Darkhorses, looking to score some points before halftime hits. 4 plays left. Holder in the pistol formation, getting the snap from Tavalakis, rolling out to his right, stopping, throwing it over the middle. It is caught by Sean Kennedy. Once again, 13-yard gain for another first down, it looks like it. And boy, oh boy, this team is now in sync.
Yeah, Leon Holder really getting into a groove now. You can see it, and Kennedy's making good play after good play. It almost seems like an inevitability. It seems like a matter of time, but there are only, 3 plays left now?
3 plays left coming up right now on this ensuing drive of the Darkhorses. Leon Holder keeping the snap. This is very short between him and Tate Tavalakis, within 5 to 6 yards, it looks like, from our vantage point, and throwing that ball very nicely to his teammates.
Yeah, he's been doing a great job, like we said, as he has all playoff. Missing a little bit here and there, but as you said, it is an interesting fact. He does take that snap a little bit closer than some other quarterbacks do in this league. Usually works out for him because he does have the mobility to escape a rusher, but it's something to be mindful of.
First down for the Darkhorses, of course, they are conversing on this timeout called by them. Leon Holder trying to wait for the signal from the referees. He gets it now, and here we go. Holder in shotgun formation, getting the snap, looking over the middle, pumps, rolls to his right, waiting, throws it.
He didn't get it off.
And we'll get the call from the referee. What will it be? A sack, it looks like it.
It is a sack. It was caught. Nice catch, but he got him. You see it right there. He got it off.
Matt Smith.
Yeah. Mike Smith making a nice sack right before he got the ball off. That's a big play now. If they can hold them, there's only 2 plays left. If they can hold them, this will be big for GPK. Give them a chance to be alive in the second half.
Second down coming up, 2 plays left, and if you're GPK, you have to become aggressive, you would assume, to hold them back and get some sort of momentum going into the second half.
Yeah, you want to kind of establish the tone as well. You don't want to just stop them. You got to establish some momentum.
All right, here we go. Lowe looking to his left, hopping, completion to Kenton Lowe.
Ooh, just short.
And it looks like it'll be a 7-yard gain, if not 8 yards on the play, as they inch closer and closer to the goal line.
Yeah, nice catch by Kenton Lowe. He's one of those catch and run type guys. You saw it on the deep play. It didn't really work out for him. This is a guy who runs with purpose, I like to call it. He runs angry. You don't want to get in his way. He's a scary guy when he's coming down trying to barrel into you. So.
All right, 1 play left before halftime hits, and stay tuned for the halftime report with JP Mancini. Base formation for the Darkhorses, looking to put themselves up by a commanding lead if they can. Holder looking to his left, waiting.
He's got him.
Oh, through the hands.
Yeah. He had Doug McKernan in the back of the end zone.
All right, coming up next, the halftime report with JP Mancini. Stay tuned.
Yeah, we'll have him on the sidelines reporting on the state of both teams. It'll be very interesting to see.
We're here on the GPK sidelines. GPK trails by 2 scores at halftime. They got a big stop to get them back in the game. Mike Stagg has thrown 3 interceptions, including 2 for pick sixes, and has pulled himself in favor of Eric Lagarde. We'll see if Mike Stagg goes back in to play quarterback, or whether Lagarde will stay in for the rest of the second half. We will see in a few minutes. Here on the Darkhorses sideline, Darkhorses have a huge 27-14 lead at halftime thanks to their defense. Jason Edwards with a pick 6, Rick Cummins with a pick 6, and they have chased Mike Stagg, so that's a big part of the game plan for Darkhorses. They didn't score at the end. They could have put this game out of reach for GPK, and now they will try once again, as they start with the ball in the second half, they will try and put this game out of reach for GPK.
All right, welcome back. Second half. Thank you, JP, for the halftime report. Leon Holder in shotgun formation, looking to his left, waiting, going to the corner route. He has Jay Edwards open for a 15-yard gain. A great throw and catch by Leon Holder to Jay Edwards.
Yeah, you know, like I said, Edwards is the kind of guy, he's a heart and soul guy on this team. He's a very versatile player, plays both ways, plays well on offense, plays well on defense. They got to use him a little bit more, I think. He presents a lot of matchup problems for any opposing defense.
First down now, and again, if the Darkhorses score early in this half, this could be a telltale sign of what's to come for the second half here. Holder in a pistol formation once again, 5 yards away from Terry Tambalakis. High snap. He gets a hold of it, waiting, patiently, throws it. Ooh, a little bit of incompletion. Jay Edwards a little bit nicked up on the play. A high snap though, Darren.
Yeah, you kind of see he never really got a chance to get set there. After he bobbled the snap, it was a little bit high. The whole play kind of broke down for him, but other than that, still, at least he was safe. He protected the ball. That's the important thing. You don't want to force anything, especially when you're up 27-14.
Second down coming up for the Darkhorses, looking to make this a potential lead that is insurmountable in most cases here. Holder in pistol formation once again, looking over the middle. Pumps, goes to the right side. He has Doug McKernan open for an 18-yard touchdown, 33-14.
Unbelievable. Really wide open. The GPK defense seemed to just lose track of him there. He got in right behind them. We saw a similar play earlier where Doug McKernan kind of lost a handle on the ball. This one was obviously much easier, much more wide open, similar to the touchdown we saw Sean Kennedy score earlier too.
That's right, and Leon Holder having a field day so far with the GPK defense, going for the extra point, 2-point attempt now to make this a potential 20-point lead.
It's amazing to see GPK's defense was one of their stronger suits during the regular season, and they have had no answers for Leon Holder.
None whatsoever here, as the Horses are controlling the tempo. Called by Terry Tambalakis.
Is he in? Looks like it. I think he was able
referees
to
are saying the blue line is the front of the goal line. Yes, he is.
Definitely, and he was able to back that truck up right into the end zone.
Yeah, that's right, the Mack truck that he is. All right, Ryan Joyce and the offense, our Lagarde included, trying to see if they can get some points going over here. A fake reverse. Lagarde throws it.
Oh, Wesley Joseph again closing the gap.
Intended for Ryan Joyce, the aforementioned Ryan Joyce, and as you pointed out, couldn't connect.
Yeah, and going back to Eric Lagarde earlier in the season, I said he had very good numbers against Sandlot Saints. 15 of 27, 153 yards, 5 touchdowns, and 1 INT, and he obviously did rush a little bit, 3 rushes for 31 yards. So he's done a pretty good job playing quarterback, and he's brought GPK back to life. But they won't be doing anything if they can't stop Leon Holder as well.
Absolutely not. All right, here we go. Second down now for GPK, looking to keep this game salvageable. And I see that with a little bit of doubt in the voice, but you never know what can happen here. Lagarde looking to his right, throwing it. He connects with Matt Brathauer for a 15-yard gain. Matt Brathauer been so far a good constant for the GPK offense.
Yeah, you know, I said he gets the bump. He was the second receiver, and now he gets bumped to the top receiver with Lagarde in at quarterback. He's been playing quite well, steady performance, and once this guy gets going, he can put a lot of yards, put a lot of points on the board as well.
Quick offense now, Darren, as we can see from the look of the play here.
No time to waste.
None whatsoever. Lagarde waiting for the snap, looking over the middle, pumping, going to his right. He has all day. Throws it. Brathauer catches it. A great move by Brathauer. Touchdown for GPK. 34-20 now for the Darkhorses. Jim Clarethris kind of gave a little bit too much time for Lagarde.
Well, you can see he kind of doesn't want to force the issue too much and risk having him run by him. But the problem is unlike a traditional scrambling quarterback, this guy does have an ability to read the defense and make a good pass. So you got to be careful with how you rush him.
All right, extra point attempt coming up now for GPK, looking to hopefully chip this lead away by the Darkhorses. And of course, Darkhorses changing their look on defense with Rob White now. Looks like who's going to be rushing on the extra point. Lagarde looking to his left, throws it. It is stopped
Yeah, I think
at
he
the
was
goal line.
held just short.
Lagarde not too happy about that. Neither is Jason Smith about that. But a great stop, though. Rick
Burke.
Cummins, and yeah, exactly, coming up big with the play. All right, well now, will we see a response from Darkhorses? Leon Holder looking, going to the corner route again, and a
Edwards.
great catch by Jay Edwards. 18-yard gain for the first down, using that same play over and over again, Darren.
Yeah, and it's always in that the goaltender, the soccer goalie's box. It seems to
Yeah.
be he's been catching it right there around midfield. It's a nice play. Been working very well for Leon Holder so far.
First down now for the Dark Horses, looking to potentially further their lead after the response by GPK to cut down the lead to 14 points that it is right now.
Well, they've had a big play in their holster every time GPK has come down. They haven't slowed down. They've been needing stops all night. They haven't been getting them, but they need one now.
First down coming up. Holder in the pistol formation once again. Waiting for the snap. Looking to his left. Pumping. Waiting. He's got all day.
There's room.
He's got real estate. Running down the sidelines. He scores. Touchdown for the Dark Horses. Yes, it is. Touchdown, and he does a little X.
He's the X Factor. He's kind of like Dante Hall of the Chiefs back in the day.
Yeah, that's right. And unfortunately, Matt Smith cannot corral that flag. A huge 17-yard run by Leon Holder, 40-20 now, Darren.
Yeah, maybe a little bit too much celebrating there, but I understand it's the finals. You're excited. You just ran in a huge play. This is, as you like to call them, Mokan, a backbreaker.
A backbreaker, indeed. Extra point coming up here, and we'll find out if they can further the lead by 21, if not 22 points, depending on where the ball is situated. It looks like it will be a one-point convert from the looks of it. Yes, it is. Holder waiting for the snap, looking over the middle, pumping, goes over the middle, caught. And what is the call from the referees?
Yeah, it looks like
It
it was good. Yeah, it is good.
It is
Kenton
good.
Lowe, no doubt about it. Wide open in the back there. They've been finding a lot of real estate in the back of that end zone. GPK's been having a hard time keeping up with it. So 41-20.
All right, here we go again. Mike Stagg back in the quarterback in completion now to Matt Smith. And again, you can see the look on their face. The routine balls, routine plays, not going for them tonight.
Yeah, just GPK looks very deflated now.
Stagg looking to his left, throws it to a corner, and Jason Smith cannot catch that football. And you can see the frustration on his face.
And again, as I said earlier, Stagg is a very accurate passer, 67.6% completion percentage in the regular season. To see him be missing like this, even if it's just by a couple of inches, is very surprising.
Third down coming up now for GPK. They're deep in a hole. Let's put it that way. And they're looking to hopefully chip away. Mike Stagg back at quarterback took himself out early in the first half. And Stagg looking to his right. He's going deep. He's got Breathauer open again. Breathauer has real estate
tackle. Yep.
running down the sidelines. And he is deflagged by Rick Cummins. A huge gain, 35 yards on the pass play from Mike Stagg to Matt Breathauer.
Great play, great yak. Gets right by Jason Edwards. And now he's running down the sidelines. Rick Cummins comes in and saves a touchdown.
First down now for GPK, looking to go with a quick no-huddle offense as we speak. Mike Stagg looking at the look he sees from the Dark Horses, waiting for the snap. He gets a snap, looking to his right, throws it. Ooh, a little bit incidental contact intended for Matt Breathauer, could not convert.
Yeah, and probably a little bit more than incidental. I don't know. Jason Edwards, as much as I do think he's a heart and soul guy, he is kind of he knows the score. He knows if he can get away with it, he'll try it. So I'm not.
They can afford to cheat now.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, when you're up 41-20, it's a decent time. You don't want to let them score. Take the risk. It's not going to be an automatic touchdown.
Second down now for GPK, looking to chip away. Stagg rolling to his right. He throws a little high ball out of bounds, intended for Josh Mitchell, and it'll become third down.
Yeah, as you see Rick Cummins clapping his hands right after the play. He's very excited. It's got to be a bit frustrating for GPK. They have no answers.
No, they don't, and you wonder now if they're just trying to play out the remaining time of the game plus 5 plays.
Well, I don't think they're in that spot right now just yet, but they definitely need a touchdown here. It's there's no question. If they don't score on this drive, it is over.
Yes, it is. You never know what could happen in football. Football is a game of inches, and anything's possible here. And Mike Stagg calling the play in the huddle, and you can see that the body expression isn't jovial for GPK as they're looking to really make this more of a competitive game. Base formation for GPK. Stagg looking at the formation that he sees from the defense throwing at him. Stagg throws. Ooh, through the hands of Eric Lagarde. Incomplete. and that could be a big blow to their hopes.
Oh. Actually, it was Josh Mitchell.
Josh Mitchell.
Yeah, but see, that's with every pass, you're just seeing it. They're not as sharp as they used to be, and this is something that might have started last week against the Trojans. You saw the GPK offense wasn't doing a great job. Stag struggled a bit as well. It's really something that's carried over into this game, and despite their strong start at the beginning of the first half, just hasn't been working for GPK.
None whatsoever. Here we go. Eric Lagarde and the boys not playing so well right now. Stag looking, going into the corner of the end zone.
That was
intended for Eric Lagarde and cannot corral it in. Mike Stag looks very frenetic out there, not converting at all with his offense.
Yeah, he really does look frazzled. This is a Mike Stag we are unaccustomed to seeing this season. Stag is a player who's improved from year to year, and it just looks he's taking a step backwards in the finals.
All right, Leon Holder deep in his end zone, looking to his left. He's going deep. He has Kenton
wide
Lowe open,
open,
and unbelievable. Did not convert on it, just on the fingertips of Lowe. That could have been the backbreaker.
Oh, I think we've already seen a few backbreakers, but Kenton Lowe could have just ripped that spine in half because he had a step on everybody. Defense completely lost sight of him, but it's the second time we've seen him get deep with a chance to make a huge, long touchdown grab, and he's just a couple steps short.
Second down, very deep in the Darkhorses territory. We can see Leon Holder not holding back, no pun intended, trying to gain that dagger into the heart of GPK to win this football game here.
That's his game, right? He's not a short yardage passer. He likes to go deep. He likes to mix in the runs here and there.
Here we go. Holder looking over the middle. He goes to the slot, incomplete pass. Unfortunately, not going to convert on that play. And Holder knows it. He had him.
Yeah, he definitely did have him. Right over the middle. Missed him by a little bit. Doug McKernan makes a nice try, but he wasn't able to get there.
All right. And then Holder, you can see he doesn't want to get too down, and Jay Edwards is trying to keep him up, keep him focused over here. And we'll see how this plays out on the ensuing play, and whether or not they can move this ball down the football field, unless it could be punted.
Well, yeah, no, I think that they definitely know that they're in the driver's seat right now. They just have to be careful, but they don't want to change what's been working for them. This game has been all Darkhorses so far, and they have to be very, very smart about how they play out the rest of this half.
Deep in the end zone, Low. And here we go, Kenton Lowe. He's got him.
Nice
great
grab.
catch. 37 yards, it looks like. A great one-handed grab. And we saw that play telegraphed practically. Leon Holder was going to Kenton Lowe, no one else, and a great one-handed grab.
Yeah, and you see his flag falls off as he makes his cut. Otherwise, I think he had a great chance at scoring a touchdown. As it is, they're held just in the shadow of the end zone. But still, great play by Kenton Lowe, who was, just a little bit short, a couple feet short on 2 previous attempts down the field. This time he comes up with a huge 37-yard catch and run.
All right. And, hey, Darkhorses are now inside, very deep into the territory of GPK. Looking to put this one away. Holder waiting for the snap. He gets it. Snap. Yes, he does. Waiting. Looking over the middle. Over, and it is.
Did he get it?
No, incomplete.
No, incomplete. The ref signals. Yeah, and you can see it there. He came about as close as you can without getting in. It was a great effort. You see him. He knows. He knows, but it was a nice try all the same.
Yes, and again, you wonder if GPK can hold up for a few more plays and maybe get the ball back and score a touchdown. We'll see in the next bit or so.
Yeah, and definitely, I think this is I don't want to say it's a turning point. You see the flag getting thrown here. There's a little bit of discussion. I think they just noticed Sean Kennedy, I believe, has a necklace on, and this is a rule change that came into the season. We're much more vigilant about it. Kind of, it's a bit more of a laissez-faire attitude that the referees had, but this time.
And that's a terrible sloppy penalty to take.
Yeah, it's definitely, and you don't want to put your team back. Obviously, they're in a great position, so it's not as big of a deal. But still, you know the rules. This is their 14th week of playing, so at this point, I think you should know that it's a risk. You don't want anybody's fingers getting caught up in that necklace. There's no jewelry allowed.
Absolutely, and whether or not this penalty will cost him, we'll see. It gives him more space to work with, but no Sean Kennedy there, though. Our Holder in shotgun formation, waiting for the snap. Gets it. He is sacked by Eric Lagarde. A big play for Lagarde, who's kept his team alive. And, he almost got a penalty on that play, but realized that he shouldn't throw that flag away.
Yeah, it was the play just never really materialized for Holder, I should say. It's a nice grab nice flag grab by Eric Lagarde.
Third down now, and we wonder if they're going to try to go for the juggler and maybe put this game out of reach.
I think everything we've seen from them so far in this game tells us that, yes, they will.
All right, Holder deep now this time. A lot of space to work with. Holder looking over the middle. He's going to the corner. He has incomplete to Sean Kennedy, just out of his hands.
Yeah, you know, like I said, that's what I thought, that they would be going for the jugular. Obviously, it's third down, now fourth down coming up. It was a nice try, but he just missed a little bit on the accuracy.
Fourth down, you're absolutely right, Dan. Will they go for it or will they punt it? They're going to go for it.
I think in this situation, it makes no sense to punt. You might as well go for it. What are the odds that they'll pick six it? Obviously, in this game, maybe not as small as they may be. Yeah. We've seen already 2 pick sixes, but still, as long as they make a smart play here, they're not too reckless with the ball. I say you might as well go for it.
All right, fourth down coming up, and we wonder if this could be it for the GPK team and whether or not they can keep this game within range. Holder waiting for the snap. He gets it, looking to his left. Waiting, rolling out to his right. He gets sacked by Eric Lagarde once again. Lagarde gained 2 sacks in the last 3 plays of this football game. Great job by him and the turnover and downs.
Well, Lagarde's been getting it done in every which way so far in this game. He came in at QB, did a good job. Two sacks already on this same drive against Leon Holder. He's been a great go-to guy for them, but it might be a bit too little, too late.
All right, Mike Stagg waiting for the snap, waiting for the whistle to be blown in. It is. He gets the ball, looking. Calathris, he goes by Calathris. He's going to run it, and there he goes for at least 6 yards, if not 7 yards on the play. Second down.
The ever rare Mike Stagg run. You know,
you never see that from him at all.
Well, he pumped the cameraman and GM Calathris out of their shorts. So I mean, he saw it. He did it. Good job for him earning that green field in front of him.
All right, second down coming up for GPK. Stagg putting on his belt, waiting for the snap. He gets the snap. Looking to his left, throws it to Matt Smith, who catches it for at least an 8-yard gain. Nice little quick slant in.
Yeah, you know, this is more GPK's game, and I think what the problem was, they really came off from what their game plan was because of those pick sixes, and it really put them in trouble.
All right, first down now for GPK, inching closer to the end zone of the Darkhorses. Stagg gets the ball, pumps it, looking to his right. He has Eric Lagarde open for a touchdown, 7 yards. It is now 41-26.
A great catch by Eric Lagarde here. Obviously, you're not going to see it very well on the replay, but on the original shot, we did see it. He was kind of falling, caught it over his shoulder. Nice catch, and then he rolls in for the touchdown. Great job by Eric Lagarde.
Extra point attempt coming up now for GPK, looking to chip away and maybe make this a 2-score lead, potentially.
Well, they've got to at this point. There's not too much time left in this game. Time is obviously a huge factor, but they need an extra point, and they need the 2.
All right, look, Stagg looking, going over the middle, picked off by Wesley Joseph, and not going to be able to bring it back to the other side of the end zone. And now GPK in a deep hole, if you want to use that expression, and whether or not they can make a comeback in this game.
Well, yeah, they're down 15 points at this point. They wanted to bring it down to a more manageable 13, give them some breathing room with the extra points, but now down 15. They need everything to break their way.
Leon Holder waiting for the snap from Terry Tambalakis. He gets it. Low snap. Looking to his middle. He goes over the middle. He has Sean Kennedy, and looks like it'll be a PI call, pass interference on Matt Smith on Sean Kennedy, who had him beat.
Yeah, it definitely looked that way, like he impeded his process. You see where he falls down. Even he grabbed the flag before he even touched the ball as well. Sean Kennedy did have him beat. It's kind of a good flag to take, I guess. You don't want to give up the touchdown, but at this point, no matter what happens, I think we are getting ready to start calling the Darkhorses our 2011 Division III champions. Would you not say, Mokan?
Potentially, if they can kill some more clock and get some points, this could be smooth sailing for the Darkhorses. They can run into the sunset.
Yeah, definitely. But again, we need to see GPK make a stop.
First down now.
They did it before.
Holder waiting for the snap. He gets it, looking to his left. He throws a little sidearm to Jay Edwards. He's going down the sidelines, and he'll get about 21 yards or so on the play for another first down.
Yeah, nice play by Jay Edwards. A very unorthodox sidearm by Leon Holder there. It was a new one for us, but a nice catch and run by Edwards, who's been stepping up his game big time in this one.
Yes, it is. It's for a big play now, and we'll see if this can convert into points for the Darkhorses, as they are in good shape to potentially take this game for victory. Here we go. Terry Tambalakis going to the line of scrimmage. Leon Holder surveying the defense once again. A wide base formation over here for the receivers. Not much over the middle. Holder looking to his right. He goes. Picked off by Ryan Phillips inside the end zone. Big play for GPK. and this could hopefully keep their faint hopes alive.
Well, yeah, it's second turnover in a row for the Darkhorses. Obviously, there was turnover on downs last time, now an interception.
All right, Mike Stagg with trips formation to his right, looking to the right. He goes over the middle. He has Phillips open for a 6-yard gain. Rob White with the tackle.
Yeah, well, Phillips coming up on the defensive side of the ball, now on the offensive side of the ball. There is life, but like you said, very, very faint. There just doesn't seem to be enough time left for them.
Second down coming up for GPK. Stagg surveying the defense, sees it, looks, rolls to his right, throws it to Matt Breathauer, his sure-handed guy tonight with an 11-yard gain. That should be enough for a first down.
Yeah, Breathauer has been a great, great performer for them in this game. Unfortunately, as good as the offense has been performing, the defense just hasn't been keeping up their end of the bargain.
Yes, it is a first down now for GPK, trying to go with a quick huddle offense here. No huddle, pardon me. Stagg going deep, going to the corner. He has Eric Lagarde. Is that a touchdown? It is a touchdown, looks like it. Yes, it is. A great catch by Lagarde. Wants that
Wow, that is, just on that replay, you really saw what a great catch that was.
41-32 now, and they are within range. If they can get the extra point here, you never know, Darren.
Yeah, it is possible, but very few plays left. I believe we have perhaps even hit the 5-play mark.
We're getting closer.
We're actually, if anything, beyond that. So they need this extra point bad, and then they'll need a turnover, but it's within the realm of doable.
And again, going for the 2-point convert could potentially put them down by 7 points, but we'll have to see if they can convert that. Mike Stagg coming on strong of late in the second half of this football game, waiting for the whistle to be blown in. It is Stagg looking, going over the middle. It is deflected.
Knocked away.
Kenton Lowe with a huge play to keep it a 9-point lead, which could pretty much put this game to bed if Darkhorses can protect the football.
Yeah, you know, I think it's time to pop the champagne for the Darkhorses. All they need is basically a first down to seal the game here.
All right, here we go. Leon Holder waiting. Quick pass out to Kenton Lowe. A quick 4 or 5 yard gain. And a reminder, stay tuned for the post-game show as JP Mancini will be with the winning team. And in this case, it looks like it will be the Darkhorses from all the indications. And stay tuned with JP, Darren, and I as we'll do the recap of this D3 finals.
Yeah, you know, I think we've been talking about it a little bit. GPK just underperforming here in this game. It's unfortunate.
All right, Holder looking for the pass. He is going to Sean Kennedy, who catches it. It might be a bit flag guard. Yes, yeah, exactly. Kennedy knows that, and he'll score, but it'll be brought back.
It'll be brought back indeed. So they won't get the first down there, but I mean, a nice play by Kennedy. But yeah, getting back to it, GPK. Heck of an effort, great season. They came out of nowhere. These are guys who went under the radar all season. They did a very, very good job. You know, hats off to them. Very good effort. Just, you know, the little mistakes were too much for them in this playoff game.
Absolutely, and we can send our congratulations officially now to the Darkhorses, the 2011 winter title. Even though we have one play left, winter champions, but we can officially say that. They can bring out the hats.
Well, that's it. I mean, I think we know it's a 2-score game. There's only a couple plays left. All they need is a first down now to ice it. And I think Leon Holder will get it. I think we'll probably put this away, if not in the next couple plays.
He throws it. He's got a connection.
Oh, missed tackle. This is it. Game over.
Sean Kennedy, he knows it. It is over. Now we can officially say congratulations to the 2011 winter champion Darkhorses, who were the 8th seed and were able to slay some very, very formidable competition. Congratulations to them. Coming up next, the post-game show, as JP Mancini will be with the victorious Darkhorses.
Yeah, you know, great game on both sides. Hats off, though, to Leon Holder, GM Calethris, Rick Cummins, and the Darkhorses.
We are here post-game with 2 of the Division III champions, Rick Cummins and quarterback Leon Holder. First of all, congratulations to both of you. You played an excellent game.
Thanks, man.
You, I think, proved a lot of doubters wrong, including myself, like you mentioned before. Played an excellent game. Leon, I'll start with you. You had an excellent playoff run. You're the playoff MVP. What do you have to say about your team, and what do you have to say about your performance?
I just knew, like, from the very beginning, I was telling Rob that best team I've ever played on. I just didn't know how any team in Division III was going to really stop us. We had a great defense, and we just stuck together, man. We just stuck together. We got some chemistry earlier in the season, and just held it together, man. We needed some help to get in the playoffs, but we knew that once we got in the playoffs that we were going to be a tough out, so.
And you proved that tonight. You were definitely a tough out, as no one could do that. Leon mentioned the defense. Rick, the defense really was the important key for you guys here tonight. 2 pick sixes early in the game, including one by yourself.
Yes.
Tell us a little bit, what was the defensive scheme on that pick six by you?
Well, basically, going out throughout the game, I watched Mike Steig's game in the semifinals, and I noticed he likes to spread the ball. So basically what I did was just switch it up most of the time. And on both picks, we were playing man-to-man, and we both jumped the route. So I guess he got flustered, and he went to the sideline, and I noticed he was standing there watching our defense. So I just basically told everyone to play the same defense the whole way down, so he couldn't really get a feel for us. So, but it goes to Leon. He's put the team on our shoulders. The offense was great throughout the whole season, especially playoffs, and it's thanks to him.
All right, and you mentioned if you could pick one guy who was really the difference, apart from Leon, maybe one more guy who really was the difference for you guys today, who do you think it was?
To be honest, because he doesn't get enough recognition, I think it was Wayne Burke. Because honestly, he led the whole playoffs in tackles, and that gets unnoticed. I think he had something like 25, 26 tackles.
In just 4 games?
In just 4 games, and that's outstanding. So I say congrats to him, because without him, a lot of those tackles could have been gone for 6. So.
Absolutely. And Leon, I'll give you the last word. Anything you want to say about your team just before the season ends here? Any last words?
We'll see you guys in Division 2.
I just wanted to add
one more thing from Rick.
I just wanted to add something. I don't know if this is true, but this is the first 8th seed to win the championship. All right, take note.
You heard Rick. First of all, take notes. And from Leon, we will see you in Division 2 next year from the Darkhorses. Congratulations, guys.
Thank you. Thank you.
Welcome back to the D3 postgame show. I'm here with Darren Basmerjan and, of course, JP Mancini. Congratulations to the 8th seeded Darkhorses on winning their first ever D3 title, 41-32. Initially, it was a bit of a blowout in the first half, but GPK made it a game of it to lose only by 9 points. JP Mancini, your thoughts early on, 2 early INTs that went for touchdowns that really set the pace for the Darkhorses on this victory.
Yeah, I have to say I'm shocked by how Mike Stagg played early in this game. I thought he was going to be the difference maker, and he may have still been the difference maker, just in a negative way. Those 2 pick sixes really killed them. They were both in man coverage. Both the defenders did a great job jumping the routes, but you just can't give up 2 scores like that on offense so early in the game. And as soon as they did that, GPK just looked like they were sluggish the entire first half. It didn't allow them to get back in the game, considering they even were started with the ball, so they didn't get the ball to start the second half. It was just a real disastrous start for GPK, and that was the difference. They made it close at the end, but when you hurt yourself so bad early on, it makes it very tough on you.
Darren, looking at that from JP's point of view here, sluggish start, very tough to come back. I mean, 1 pick six is big, but to have 2 of them go against your team early in the first half, that really set the tone in terms of where the course of this game was going to go.
Well, not only was the Dark Horse defense opportunistic, but they were tenacious. They were really buzzing all night, and really you could feel that they had the energy, they had the momentum in their favor. And when you give an interception right off the bat, that's a bad thing. He had 3 interceptions, and I think one of his first 3 or 4 drives, and 2 of them going for 6 is just, it puts your defense in such a hard spot, because now you feel you got to start playing aggressive. You got to change your entire game plan. You got to throw everything that you planned up in the week out the window, because your game is completely changed, and it's the hardest thing to do, and it's even harder to do in the finals. So, you know, I feel bad for GPK, and I feel bad to put it all on Mike Stagg's shoulders. It's not. You know, we don't know whether it was the receiver who didn't run his route properly. We know that it was great defense, obviously, but it was just not. This is a night where you can't have anything go wrong, and too much went wrong, and we saw the result.
Well, you know what? Initially, it seemed like GPK was going to have the easy time getting the early touchdown to go up. But for Darkhorses, though, Leon Holder, the key X factor, as we mentioned in the pregame show, he had a great game. He was able to buy himself time in the pocket, roll out to the left, roll out to the right, and he was able to connect with his receivers. JP, did this now put Leon Holder in a new level of quarterback status that he slayed Rashid Banal-Decatur, Norman Weeks, of course, Scott Kelly, now Mike Stagg, arguably the 4 best quarterbacks in D3.
Yeah, I think it definitely does. You have to put him up there in that elite level of quarterbacks in Division 3 at this point. He was very inconsistent throughout the regular season, but I think part of that was, you know, just learning the ropes in this league. He hasn't played so many games in this league that he's used to all the rules and the way the game goes on, but he managed to find how to play the game well at the right time, and that was what was most important for him. The playoffs, he played extremely well. And, you know, Darren said it in the pregame. He plays very well in crunch time. And when his team needed him to perform well, he did. Early in this game, he made the throws he needed to make, kept his team ahead after they got that early lead, and he didn't need to do too much. I think that was important for the Darkhorses. They didn't make it so that all the pressure was on Leon Holder, and he made every throw he had to. And he got some help with some good receivers. Kenton Lowe was excellent for him in this game, but definitely Leon Holder is now at an upper level of quarterbacks.
All right, in terms of projections for 2010 spring and even for 2012, pardon me, for winter season, GPK, where do you see them going? Will they still stay in D3 or will they move up to D2? And also for Darkhorses, do you think they're strong enough to move up to D2?
For GPK, I think D3 is a good spot for them. I think they're obviously a good team, and they've showed that maybe we've underrated them in the past, but I mean, they're consistently a playoff team. But this is the first time they took that leap and really made the jump. But I don't think there's enough there to really continue all the way to jump into D2. I think D3 to D2 and D2 to D1 are the hardest jumps. Not so much in the lower division, but those jumps are extremely hard to execute. D2 is very, very competitive, and it's a hard place for GPK to be. Going further on that note, I don't even think the Darkhorses, I know that if they keep the team back, they will be pressured to move to D2. I don't know how good they'll be. I think it'll be a situation where they might take their licks for a couple of seasons, learn, improve, add some players, subtract some others. I think there's some potential there, but really the only way that they would be able to compete in D2 is if they continue playing at this extremely high level, and that doesn't happen. You dip, you play some better teams. I think that both of them would be best served in D3. Obviously, Darkhorses will move up, but it's going to be a little bit tough for them, I think.
All right, JP, your thoughts. Do you think GPK will move up? They had a great season, or do you think they'll stay down? And what about Darkhorses? I mean, Darren thinks that they'll take their licks if they do move up, but probably advisable to stay where they are.
Yeah, well, for GPK, I think Darren hit the nail on the head right there. GPK is a Division III caliber team, a very good Division III caliber team, but they will struggle against very tough teams, and it showed here tonight. They played a team that had a lot of athletic ability, and they were able to stop them, and Mike Stagg threw those interceptions, and it shows maybe their offense still needs a little bit of work before moving after that next level. So I think you'll see them stay in Division III. And actually, speaking of Rick Cummins' post-game for the Darkhorses, he says the Darkhorses will be in Division II next year. And Leon Holder echoed the same sentiments. They said, D2, look out, we're coming for you. So, you know what? They have the confidence. They may take their lickings, like Darren said. They're going to get a beating, I think, by some teams in Division II. There are very talented, very athletic teams in Division II. And, if they move up, good on them. A lot of teams don't have the courage to move up and make that leap, but they say they're ready to do it. They're ready to learn, and if that's the case, good for them. I think they may win maybe 2 or 3 games in Division II, but it'll definitely be a rough road for them if they do that.
All right, so there you have it, our complete D3 recap of Darren and, of course, JP Mancini bringing that to you right now. Of course, don't forget, though, we do have a lot to get to in this broadcast. We hope you enjoyed the play-by-play of Darren and what we did. We want to thank you, JP Mancini, for a job well done for D3. A lot of fans, whether it was in D3, D4, even D5, were missing you for the lower leagues, but definitely for those who had you in D3, we're very lucky enough to enjoy your writing exploits. And, of course, your love and hate on the Weekly Extra Point Live.
Well, you know what, it was a lot of fun. It was a jump for me. I was used to writing about the lower division guys. It was nice to get to write about some of the guys who've been in the league for a long time, and whether they liked me or not, I mean, I had a job to do every week. I did what I could, and I'm looking forward to being back next year.
There you go. And for Darren, we'll see you again for another road show.
Yeah, I'm sure. You want to thank, obviously, the other Weppel member.
Yes, of course. Alex Boris, who did a great job being the sidekick to JP's D3 analysis. But we thank him for his contributions. Thank the visionary, of course.
The visionary, Mr. Robert Campana, president. He came up with the whole thing. He allows us to do what we do and have all the fun that we do. So, and obviously thanks to him. And I want to thank the guy who I think, bar none, has been the MVP of Flag Plus football this season, Mr. Mo Khan. Great job anchoring the Weppels, helping me out on Breaking the Huddle. Obviously the road show. Really, this guy puts in a lot of work, and you guys don't even get to see all of it. So good job, Mo Khan, on a great season.
I appreciate it. Thanks, guys. And without further ado, we want to thank everyone who tuned into the Weekly Extra Point Live, whether it was D3 or any other divisions for that matter. And also, let's not forget about the writing exploits of JP Mancini. Great job by him. And to everyone who was a part of this production, Mike Palazza, Vadim Cherniak, Mike Bird, the Birdman, who's up in the nest right now, helping us out right now from his vantage point. But we want to thank everyone who came out to the D3 games all season long. Thank you. It was a great season. a number 8 seed winning a D3 title. Go figure, right? When we had all these intense games with the 1s, 2s, 3s, and 4s. And without further ado, the magic words, please. Who wants to do it? JP?
Let Darren do it. It's Darren who created the magic words.
All right, so there you go, Darren.
All right, let me take us home then. That's it from us here at the Weekly Extra Point Live Roadshow Division 3 edition. We will see you here in the spring, but until then.
Good night, Weekly Extra Point Live members, to all of our viewers, people who read the show, FPF, everything. We'll see you for Spring League, May 22nd.
We'll see you in 16 weeks, Roadshow.
Potentially.
Watch me not stop, though.